Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this area, I'm quite excited because this is going to be our last tutorial in this series. And today we shall be taking a look at settings. This is quite important as we're going to be using it very often to change our workspace, to define our preferences, and to make our code and projects more easier to read, more better, and more efficient. So, this is the last tutorial in this series. I'm going to release some bonus lectures after this tutorial. I encourage you to check this out and check us that also, as it's going to be containing a handful of information about code blocks. So let's get started and take a look at settings. I'm excited. This is the last tutorial. So this tutorial we are taking a look at settings. Settings. Now as you can see, we can see our settings ribbon here. So the major two things we are going to come at is our environmental settings and the editor settings. So to access the environment settings, we come here. Now we see a lot of things you can do to the workspace. Now environment we're talking about here is the environment, the code blocks environments, including everything you have to do with code blocks, the view, the month, the notebook appearance, the colors. And please, if you take a look at this, you're going to see the colors of each element on the code blocks. The failure text, the critical text, the critical background. You can choose to change this to anything by just coming here, color. You can change it to any color that you want. So you can come to carrots, the color of your carrot, the right margin, the color, the Nancy Shindeman comments, the color, and everything you want. To the docking system where you can change it. So the more you proceed in your learning as a programmer, you know how to use this. You need to proceed the C++ game, you can use it. And the autosave, the environment variables, the header fixer configuration, the file. We are going to be using this most often as a developer. So we're not talking about much here. Now let's come back to here and to our editor settings. Here is where you can edit our workspace where we used to type our code. Now here I encourage you to check this through and try to change the settings and see the results. By that you're going to learn this better. So I'll just take a look at some options. Now here you have margin and caret. You can change the color of your caret, the margin, and the line spacing. Now come to syntax highlighting. Here we can change how our code is going to look like, the style we want, the theme we want, and the likes. So now assuming you want to change your background to black, so you can come here. You can see the default is the foreground is black and the background is white. So let's change my background to black. I'm selecting black here. Okay. And to make this better, let me select white as my foreground. So I'm selecting white there. So if I click OK, so it's going to change my editor to black. So yeah. Now, the major thing we notice is that now our caret is now black as it is in the white workspace. So you can change your caret to white. That's what I used to do whenever I change my editor to black. I'm going to change the caret to white. So you can come here, come to editor, margins and caret. Okay, I'm going to see that environment. So this is my caret and it's black. I can change the color to white now. And if I click OK, you can now see the caret which is now white. The caret is now white. So whenever you change the color, you might choose to tweak your color to any part you want. So I will see do some couple of things here. Settings, editor. These are a spell checker. Use it. Now this is keyboard shortcuts. Now here you have all the shortcuts you can use on CodeBlocks to create an empty file, Control Shift N to create a class project. Now you can see that for creating a class, there's no shortcut. So you can choose to add your own shortcut. Let's assume I want to use Control F12 for my class. I just press Control F12 on my keyboard, Control F12. So I'm going to add this. So if I click Control F12 on my keyboard, in my editor, it's going to create a new class. So you can add any shortcut, close file, print, export. You can add your own shortcut key. You can change the presets and add another one. New shortcut, Control 8. You can add that, but I'm not going to add that. So another thing you can still do here is your abbreviation. So here you can abbreviate a lot of things. If you don't want to stress your time typing some unnecessary codes or what you used to type often, you can choose to abbreviate it. Now, this is a for loop in C++ and C. It's an if-else statement. I'm going to use this if-else statement. So if so I'm going to set this as my if-else statement. I'm going to add that. Now, if you want the if-else statement to be displayed on your keyboard, you just have to input the keyword here. So whenever I want if-else to be displayed, let me put Control I. I put I. Okay. This is my new keyword. If I want I to be displayed, if I want anything to happen when I press I will just enter the particular text here. And there's still a couple of things you can do with this. These are code completion, source formatter, a browser track, a code completion, the code statistic, Doxy block, the mouse scroll settings. So the faster you want your mouse to be, or the slower it is, you can use the setting to change that. So I'm going to close this. I think I'm getting long and I'm going to close the tutorial here. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Wow, and that is it for this tutorial and this series. Thank you very much. We finished the tutorial, we finished the series. I said thank you once again. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and we are going to see more, and also the bonus video after this tutorial. I'm going to release how to use the debugger, how to use the WX widgets, and how to use the graphics in CodeBlocks. So watch out for these bonus lectures. Don't forget, subscribe.